Hello students and welcome back. This is the last part and part 3 of the framing of constitution MCQ and short question answers. I hope आपको मेरे videos पसंद आ रहे हैं and it is going to help you and support you to clarify any doubts regarding this chapter. तो जल्दी से शुरू करते हैं. The first question which we have is the group that initially refused to join the Constituent Assembly as it was a British creation was that of Socialist, Muslim League, Tribals or depressed classes. और इसका आंसर स्टूडेंट्स है Socialist. Who among the following made an aggressive plea that Hindi be used as a language of constitution making? ऑप्शन हैं शंकरराव देव, टी रामालिंगम चेतियार, आर वी धुलेकर या जी दुर्गाबाई. और स्टूडेंट्स इसका आंसर है आर वी धुले. तो स्टूडेंट्स हम देखेंगे, रेफर करते हैं बुक अ प्ली फॉर हिंदी, एक आपका पैराग्राफ है पूरे चैप्टर में. इन वन ऑफ द अर्लिएस्ट सेशंस ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन असेंबली, आर वी धुलेकर, अ कांग्रेसमैन from the United Provinces, made an aggressive plea that Hindi be used as a language of constitution making. When told that not everyone in the assembly knew the language, Dhulekar retorted, "People who are present in this house to fashion a constitution for India and do not know Hindustani are not worthy to be members of this assembly. They better leave." उसने कहा जिसको हिंदुस्तानी नहीं आती भैया जाओ. As the house broke up in commotion over these remarks, Dhulekar proceeded with this speech in Hindi. On this occasion, peace in the house was restored through Jawaharlal Nehru's intervention, but the language issue continued to disrupt proceedings and agitate members of the over the subsequent 3 years. 3 साल तक बहस ही चलती रही कि हिंदी भाषा का कैसे प्रयोग होना चाहिए. Almost 3 years later, on 12 September 47, Dhulekar's speech on the language of the nation once again sparked off huge storm. Let's go to the next question now. The first law minister of India was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Rajendra Prasad या सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल. And students, इसका आंसर है the first law minister of India was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. हम बुक को भी रेफर करते हैं. On the advice of Mahatma Gandhi, he was asked at independence to join the Union Cabinet as Law Minister. That was the first Law Minister, and this is, we're talking about lawyer and economist B.R. Ambedkar. In this capacity, he served as chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution. So we know the answer. B.R. Ambedkar was the first Law Minister. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding the making of the Constituent Assembly? The Muslim League and the Congress had equal representatives in the Constituent Assembly. This is not true. तो मेरे ख्याल से यही होगा. बाकी ऑप्शन में देखते हैं. The Assembly had representatives of the princely states. Yes, it is correct. The total membership of the Constituent Assembly was 300. हमें पता है. There were 300 members in the Constituent Assembly. The members of the Constituent Assembly were elected on the basis of provincial election of 46. ये भी ठीक है, जिसमें कांग्रेस was led by majority. सबसे clean sweep kind of हुआ था. बस इसमें ये कि स्टेटमेंट गलत है. The Muslim League and the Congress had equal. मुस्लिम लीग के लोग कम थे, कांग्रेस के ज़्यादा थे. So this is the option we need to select. Under which act the elections were held in 1937? कौन से एक्ट के गए अंडर इलेक्शंस हुए थे? गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट ऑफ 1944, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 या गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1942. तो बड़ा इजी है स्टूडेंट्स. 1942 और 44 तो हो ही नहीं सकते बिकॉज इट वाज हेल्ड इन 37. इसका आंसर है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935. हम बुक को भी रेफर करते हैं. The executive was made partly responsible to the provincial legislature in 1919 and almost entirely so under the Government of India Act of 1935. When elections were held in 1937, under the 1935 Act, the Congress came to power in 8 of the 11 provinces. Who among the following was the chief draftsman of the Constituent Assembly? S.N. Mukherjee, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, या जवाहरलाल नेहरू या B.N. राव? तो स्टूडेंट्स, आई थिंक हमने कई बार रेफर किया है बुक को, हमें पता होना चाहिए. इसका आंसर है S.N. मुखर्जी. So students, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है the other was the chief draftsman S.N. Mukherjee, who had the ability to put complex proposals in clear legal language. यानी कि जो S.N. मुखर्जी थे, इनकी जो काबिलियत थी, why he was chief draftsman, वो जो कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रपोजल होते थे वो बड़ी साफ स्पष्ट लैंग्वेज में, क्लियर लैंग्वेज में, लीगल लैंग्वेज में प्रेजेंट कर सकते थे. So that was Mr. Mukherjee's quality. And students, that brings to the end of the multiple choice question which I had. हम इस बुक के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट्स हैं उसको रेफर कर लेते हैं. अब टाइमलाइन ज़रूर रेफर करना. 1945, 26 July, Labour government comes into power in Britain. December to January, general elections in India. 46, 16th May, Cabinet Mission announces its constitutional scheme. 16th June, Muslim League accepts Cabinet Mission's constitutional scheme. Cabinet Mission presents scheme for the formation of interim government at the center. 16th August, Muslim League announces Direct Action Day. 2nd September, Congress forms interim government with Nehru as Vice President. 13th October, Muslim League decides to join the interim government. 3 to 6 December, British Prime Minister Attlee meets some Indian leaders and talks fail. 9 December, Constituent Assembly begins its sessions. 47, Muslim League demands dissolution of Constituent Assembly. Last meeting of the interim government. 11th August, Jinnah elected President of the Constituent Assembly of Pakistan. तो ये ध्यान रखना है, 11 अगस्त 1947 को जिन्ना was elected as President of Constituent Assembly of Pakistan. 14th अगस्त पाकिस्तान की इंडिपेंडेंस सेलिब्रेशन हुई कराची में, और 14th to 15th August at midnight India celebrates independence. December 1949, the Constitution is signed. These are all important timelines in your book. और अब यहाँ पे देखते हैं क्वेश्चन जो हैं इसके अंदर बुक के हैं. What were the ideals expressed in the objective resolution? How was the term minority defined by different groups? What were the arguments in favor of great power to provinces? Why did Mahatma Gandhi think Hindustani should be the national language? तो ये तो हमने पढ़ ही लिया है. महात्मा गांधी क्यों सोचते थे हिंदुस्तानी नेशनल लैंग्वेज होनी चाहिए? These are all important questions in the book which you should refer to. इसके अलावा इसमें लिखा हुआ है शॉर्ट एसे, जो कि शायद इस साल नहीं आएगा. Not too many long question answers will be there. Most of it will be short answers, multiple choice questions. फिर भी देख लेते हैं so that we can read and refer the book accordingly. Historical forces shaped the vision of the Constitution. Different arguments made in favor of protection of oppressed groups. How did seek to resolve the language controversy? Map work अगर आएगा तो you can go through this. Project हमारा शायद इस साल नहीं है. So these are all parts of this chapter, students. I hope ये आपको सब points आपको help करेंगे एग्जाम में. And I wish you all the success and good luck for your exam, students. Keep watching and keep sharing.